When you fly over southern Sudan with its dry red dirt and clusters of mud and grass roof huts, and you experience the rainy season with its plush green bulrushes and water lilies in the shadow of the Nile River, you are transported to an earlier time when civilization was still new. The bush plain lands, and you are greeted by throngs of beautiful Sudanese people joyously singing and dancing, full of hope, despite the suffering of 20 years of war. The journey of Project Education Sudan began in May of 2005 with the mission to reunite Isaac Corbair, a lost boy of Sudan, with his mother Yar. This pilgrimage was the first reunification of a mother with a son she thought she had lost in the war. Corbair was accompanied by Carol Reinhardt, an educator and longtime advocate for African refugees. Their arduous journey, made 5 months after the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, required dodging landmines, escaping malaria, and circumventing flooding brought on by seasonal rains. In spite of food scarcity, lack of clean water and health care in remote villages, the people everywhere were pleading for education. We need a school. Their need became our call to action. A project to build schools in the war-torn villages in southern Sudan was created. Project Education Sudan is responding by working in collaboration with village community leaders to support the building of schools in 4 rural areas in Jonglei State, southern Sudan. The conflict between the North and the South devastated the land where life once flourished. Atrocities like those now occurring in Darfur took place in southern Sudan 21 years earlier. The heavy toll on the lives of the Sudanese people is trapped in cold statistics. Over 2.2 million people died. 4.4 million families were displaced, and countless communities were destroyed. Since the signing of the 2005 Comprehensive Peace Agreement, over 300,000 families and children have returned home, with hundreds of thousands more in neighboring countries hoping to return to southern Sudan. The refugee camps that have protected and educated a generation of people are being closed, forcing families to return to a homeland lacking in the infrastructure to support them. Times are very fragile in southern Sudan. What took decades to destroy will take generations to rebuild. After Carol and Isaac returned home from Sudan in 2005, it was clear 2 generations of undereducated women and men, returning soldiers and children, needed schools to be built, teachers to be trained and paid, clean water sources provided, and healthcare clinics to be established. The Sudanese people's passion and desire to learn was a catalyst for the creation of Project Education Sudan in October 2005. Project Education Sudan is a U.S. 501c3 charitable organization and was created as a partnership with Sudanese and Americans in response to the destruction that resulted from a 20-year civil war between northern and southern Sudan. Our mission is to fund and support indigenous Sudanese organizations and communities that build primary and secondary schools and to train teachers in rural villages in southern Sudan. We believe that sustained prosperity is dependent upon the ability of children and adults to receive primary and secondary education and skills training. We work with community leaders to help them build and supply primary and secondary schools, to train teachers and staff, and to provide adult education. We emphasize the inclusion of girls and women in educational opportunities we promote. In villages where we work, we support the development of local entrepreneurship by helping fund school construction and providing cinder block making equipment, by donating commercial grinding mills to free girls and women to attend school, and by providing sewing machines for making uniforms. We provide income literacy training to empower the development of these local entrepreneurial efforts. We are committed to helping build schools through other partnerships both here in the U.S. and with international and indigenous organizations. Here in the U.S., we have had an overwhelming response to the need for schools in southern Sudan. Corporations, businesses, foundations, churches, schools, and universities across the nation have supported Project Education Sudan. Since 2006, artists have donated their talent for our biennial Art and Artifacts fundraiser. In 2007 and 2008, we sponsored a Walk for Sudan. We have sister school programs and have annual gala events. But most importantly, it is individuals like you who have made and continue to make a significant contribution.
We felt that helping children in Sudan was really important because we really wanted to give them hope for their future. I met Carol, and our first involvement was just simply giving them Lara bars to take on their trip. What worked really well was that our bars are made of just real food, and not only did the children, but everybody in the village responded really well to them. So it was a great food source, and we thought, how could we do more? And a great tie-in for us was helping to build a kitchen and giving them access to healthy food and a clean kitchen, and we felt like that would be a really great long-term benefit for them. Having access to education, I really believe, is the key to opening up opportunities for kids. So once they've become educated, you can't take that away from them. I mean, they have that. It's something that they have lifelong, and we really believe that, you know, providing a kitchen in the educational environment will help them, nourish them, help them learn, and provide something really beneficial to them throughout their lives. To be able to provide that for women and children, and to get the men in the village around that and supportive, I think is really important in terms of progress in that area, you know, in terms of their future.
The time is now. We need your support. After years of civil war and suffering, the people of southern Sudan want to be a part of the modern world. They have the potential to do so. They've just not had the opportunity. We are asking you to help them realize their dreams of hope and sustainability by contributing to the building of schools for the new Sudan.